Good morning, everybody. In Mark 1, verses 16 through 20, Mark records for us that as Jesus was going about doing his preaching and teaching, that Jesus came across two sets of brothers who were fishermen, Peter and Andrew and James and John, and he called them to follow him. Now, they probably knew about Jesus about what we know about him up to this point. They had heard the preaching of John as he prepared the way for Jesus, and they had heard some of the teaching of Jesus himself. And when he called them to follow him, they left their nets. James and John left their father, and immediately they followed him. And given what we know about Jesus, their response seems perfectly reasonable. If they had said, "Not right now," or "It's not worth it," we might would have said, "Well, you don't know how great Jesus is. You don't know how great his message is." And yet I wonder, if Jesus came to us and asked us to follow him, would we be willing to sacrifice security and family and make an immediate decision to follow him? And yet that's exactly what they did. And Jesus also indicates the purpose for which he was calling them. First, they were going to follow him. They were going to be his disciples. They were going to learn from him, and they were going to learn to live like him. And then he was going to make them into fishers of men. They were going to go out and gather other people to be disciples of Jesus. And for those people that the disciples went and called to be followers of Jesus, the same question would stand before them. Are you going to risk security and even family to follow Jesus? Or are you going to say it's not worth it? You're going to say, "Not right now." And maybe you know that Jesus has called you to follow him. And you say, "It's not worth it." Or, "You don't know what I'd have to give up." Or, "Not right now, maybe later." And I'd respond and say, "You must not know how great Jesus is. You must not know how great his message is."